All right, man. Told you so. You know what it is. We back, baby. Hey, how y'all doing? Hope everybody's good. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everybody. All right, so look, man. I've been dropping a lot of episodes. It's gonna be some from the studio. It's gonna be some from here. You already know what it is. I'm just gonna keep this thing rolling. Not gonna really say too much. But today I want to talk about something that Joe Budden's and Cardi B have an issue with. And one of Joe Budden's hosts said something that I thought was really interesting. So I wanted to bring this to y'all. So before we get to that legendary spill, this is Torture Talk. If you like the content, please consider subscribing. If you're new here, let me work for your subscription today. All the beautiful, single, sexy ladies, put one in the chat. All the fellas, y'all know to find the ones that just don't harass them. I don't sell no merch, but I do have content absolutely free. But if you want to leave a donation, link here is right here on the screen. Right here, right here, right here. Cash App. No more PayPal. They call me the Hidden Gem. 1,300 subscribers, over 19,000. And yes, I am the King of the North. Let me know what kingdom you are from. So look, man. Let's get to this, man, because this is a pretty interesting topic. And I have a couple of things I want to say about this. So you already know what it is. So let's get it. Yeah, and tomorrow I'll be dropping a review, actually, of Cardi B's new album. I'm going to be joined by another podcaster. And we're going to do a review together on it. And he's going to give his take. I'm going to give my take. So y'all be seeing that episode sometime tomorrow. If you're interested, click the video. All right. So look, man, let's get it. It's come courtesy of Chink Smooth. Shout out to him. So let's get it.
Too, bro. Oh, nah. This is downright evil, you guys. If you guys do not know why Joe Budden is known as a master gaslighter, here's Exhibit A, you guys. If there's ever a Nobel Peace Prize for being a gaslighter, best believe Joe will be taking that award home every single year. And to his credit, this is what makes him a good podcaster. Sometimes, even when you know you're absolutely wrong, you gotta double down on the fuckery. Now, last weekend, Cardi B finally dropped her sophomore album. The album is called Am I the Drama? I believe right now, as of today, it's actually on pace to sell 200K units first week.
And the crazy thing is, on the front of her album cover, she got crows. Crows are how would I say this? They're the scariest birds in the bird family. Like, they're scared. Like, crows get scared by the little birds, the Tweety birds. They run from them. Maybe the other birds just aggressive. Don't ask me how I know about birds. Well, I dealt with a lot of women, so. Nah, I'm joking. I don't mean to call y'all birds. I'm playing. All right. It's craziness.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it's actually a very solid number. As you guys know right now, a lot of top artists are not even cracking 100K units first week. Last weekend, Joe and the guys critiqued her album. Joe actually praised the album. He said it was good, but almost after every single record, Joe will give credit to the writers. Now, I understand doing it for maybe 1 or 2 songs, maybe 3 or 4, but it was so noticeable that even Cardi B had to chime in and correct them.
I don't want to be a messy bitch, so I ain't getting into it. But the line itself,
hard.
Whoever is writing these lines,
Party wrote a lot of it. I'm not sure about. Well, we got the credits is right here. I'm gonna look that hard.
He is smoking this shit.
He's on here. Yeah, Torre, I think wrote some as well. Shout to Torre.
Your mother did.
I'm gonna get into how I feel about ghostwriting. But we seem to always get this type of energy for female hip hop artists. But not really a lot of this energy for male rap artists. A lot of male rap artists have ghostwriters, but I understand why he's doing what he's doing. But at the same time, I mean, I'll speak on it.
Once Brenda got a baby ass bitch. See, you can't play with these Bronx bitches, yo.
Yeah. At all. Or party.
Now, not only did Cardi B correct Joe, but Cardi B also went on to post the proof that it was actually her that wrote the song Joe was trying to give credit to the writers for. Cardi B said, wait, whoever wrote it? Nah, that's Cardi. This is my process. I'm a natural roaster, and you already know I'm quick with the mouth. So I'll be coming up with lines and I'll record myself, then lay it later. Don't give me backhanded tens, cause I'll always be able to prove my shit. Now, you would think even after Cardi B responded back to him and also showed proof that she actually did write the song,
going through it, you see her going through it in life and put her on blast on social media.
Joe would back off and concede to Cardi.
I'm telling y'all, I used to do that. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I used to do that. Like, and I still do that when I'm writing something, especially when I battle. I do. I don't think I do the FaceTime recording or record myself. I use the voice notes, but some people, they record themselves because they don't really have time to use the voice notes. But yeah, let's see what else he talking about.
Hey, you got it, big dog. My bad. I was wrong. Shout out to you, Cardi. I fuck with the album. Salute. Nope, not when it comes down to Joseph Anthony Budden. On today's podcast, episode 863, Joe responded back to Cardi B calling him out, and he doubled down on the fuckery. Joe then got heated and put out a PSA to all artists. Hey, do not tell me what the fuck to say about your album. Here's what he said.
Do y'all still feel the same way? I know we gave this deep 1 hour analysis of the album based on one listen or a couple hours. I'm sure y'all bumping the album this weekend.
Yeah.
Y'all feeling better about it? The same, worse?
The same. I love that album.
I like it. Yeah, I like it.
Still a really good album.
I really like it.
Really good album.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling good.
I didn't come in here and say that just in the moment. Like, it's a good album. Even Killing These Hoes really became one of my favorite joints afterward. It didn't jump out to me at first, but that beat, I've heard that beat. It's just 90s mixtape type of.
Yeah.
She gave me a lot of mixtape type shit, and I guess that's for me. That's for me. She gave me something, boss. Mm-hmm. So
I mean, I could say the same thing. I felt like for her, she tried something. And I'll be honest with you, it was kind of successful. I thought the album was all right. I didn't think it was super crazy, but I thought it was all right. I thought she did her thing on there, you know what I mean? As she should. Simple as that. As she should. But yeah, she did her thing.
I still feel the exact same about the album. I know she was on everybody's ass who had a critique or something to say about it, because she was on our ass about the writers segment.
She responded?
I personally am always going to big up the writers, producers, and engineers that don't get the fucking spotlight on them. Yeah. Sorry.
I do get it, though. I understand it. Like,
we also bigged her up.
We could big it up, but it did look like we just kept trying to focus almost on the writers. So I understand if I'm her, here's my album dropping. I'm getting all of this praise about the album. Do you like the album or not? Like, all right, yes. Even if she has a writing camp or she has writers, it's not a secret. It's not like ghost writers.
That's why I don't think it's a big deal if we highlight them.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with Joe and them on this so far. I don't see what's the big deal of highlighting them either. You know what I'm saying? But I am going to call Joe out on something that he does all the time. But I don't see the big deal highlighting the writers either. Do I believe that Joe orchestrated this solely for her to crash out? Maybe. And he knows that that's what's going to get her to, say something. Because a lot of times people, when it comes to their writing, they don't want people to highlight stuff like that. So, but I understand why Joe and them saying they want to highlight the writers. Because if it's out in the open, then what's the point? I mean, if it's in the open, then you shouldn't have a problem with them saying whoever wrote this is actually dope, because that actually, if it's in the open, it actually makes you look better because you ain't hiding it. It's not like it's a ghostwriter. It's your writing team. So if your writing team, they're highlighting your writing team, that must mean that they like the music and people accept it. Then why is it a big deal if they highlight it? They could definitely do that.
Yeah, but to continue, it's like we stayed on the writers a little bit too much. I'm
writers
with her. I'm not mad at
don't
them.
get
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
That's Cardi B propaganda.
We did, though.
We talked about the album for an hour.
Cool, but then
in that hour,
and reviewed it very well.
In that hour, and
Yeah, so far I totally disagree with what Ice is saying. You basically saying that we did something too long. It's y'all podcast. What are you talking about? That's why I be saying to when my boys be doing shows. I do a lot of shows, and some of the shows I just don't put out because I don't think it's actually good enough to put out. You know what I'm saying? So I don't put them out. But I did a lot of shows with someone, and a couple of my friends talking about something. Yo, bro, we got off into the weeds on that. We shouldn't be talking like that. No, what are you talking about? If we want to talk about whatever, and if we talking about one topic and then we go into something else, that's what it is. That's what it is. Can't let people dictate how you talk. That's crazy.
And also said we like her delivery, we like her flow,
execution.
We bigged up everything you could big up.
Cool, but
don't come now with the sensitive bullshit of y'all focus too much on the writers.
No, it's not sensitive bullshit though. It's not.
It is.
Again, I love that.
Argue that side so we can do it for 5 minutes. Come on.
Cool. If you're stopping the line and say, yo, who wrote this, or whoever wrote this did this is fire. Whoever wrote this, like,
I agree with that.
That was unnecessary. You could just shout out the writers.
How is it unnecessary? How is that unnecessary to you? Because you probably soft on certain things. But how is it unnecessary to do if she's openly saying she has a team of writers? How is it unnecessary? If she highlighted the rappers and saying she has a team of rappers, then to me it's not unnecessary to do, because if you're highlighting it, then what's the point? I can highlight it as well. Like, I don't understand his argument right there. I get what he's trying to say, but I don't understand his argument if he's trying to say, well, we shouldn't have did this, like as if she dictates whatever goes on there. Like, she don't dictate whatever goes on. Y'all should be able to talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. If y'all wanted to talk about the writers and that's all y'all wanted to talk about and bigged up the album, it doesn't matter, because guess what? Again, she openly says she has writers, and on top of that, the album was good. So what difference does it make if you highlight the rappers? She says that she doesn't write all her stuff. So why does it matter? It's crazy.
No.
All right. That's not what, That's
I'm not going to just because he's saying that you guys are nitpicking to find out what writers wrote each line.
I'm saying that I was
How is that nitpicking? If I'm saying that the song is good, nitpicking would be the song is good, but someone else wrote this, so I don't really like it like that. That's nitpicking. If I'm saying the song is good, I wonder who wrote this line or wrote that. That's not nitpicking to me, because you're still acknowledging that the song is good. Even if you say, well, then why you had to highlight the rapper? Because she did. That's why. Like, come on.
Really impressed with the bars on that album, and at every fourth stanza or eighth fucking stanza, they got a stop from me to say, wow. And in the wow, you highlight the writer.
What if she wrote it?
Then we would be highlighting her.
What is this, bro? What do you mean, what if she wrote it? What do you mean? Then this wouldn't be it would be he be highlighting her. What? What, bro? What are you talking about, bro? Like, oh my God, bro.
Then you could just shout out the bars. You don't have to specifically point out writer part here.
But we don't know what she wrote, Ice.
My thing is,
we don't know what she wrote.
So we're focusing on that though.
Because there's writers on 19 of the 22 records.
I get that. I understand that. She uses
Bro, if it's 19 of the 21, 22, 19 of them are writers, then why do you have a problem with them highlighting the writers? The 90% of the 98% of the album is writers. 98% of the album is writers. And you're saying that he shouldn't highlight the bars. Why? Why does he have to just highlight the bars? It doesn't make sense. How can you dictate what I should highlight if I'm doing the album review? It's crazy how you would tell somebody how to review your album. Like, what? That's crazy.
We understand, and she also writes.
So everybody
we can just say this is a dope bar.
No.
All right, well, y'all.
No.
All right, so y'all want to continue to pick out for the writer?
No,
cool.
we want to
Don't be mad if somebody sit there and say, "Okay, my nigga, we heard you."
Oh wait, we're not mad at them, but they could take that sensitive bullshit up the street somewhere. We highlighting all the things that.
When did they ever say they were mad? Like, he's projecting his feelings onto them because he probably felt like they didn't have to do that. But when did they ever say they were mad? When did they ever say, nah? Like, when was that? I just don't get it. I don't get that part.
We liked about the project that happens to include the writing and the writers. And what, should we wait the next 8 years to big up the writers? When should they be bigged up?
You can big up the writers by not stopping, like you said, every couple stanzas saying, "Yo, whoever wrote this is fire. Yo, whoever wrote that is fire." Or you could just say, yo,
check me out.
Some dope ass writing on this project
check this
too.
out. Hey,
some dope ass production, some dope ass writing, some dope ass engineering, some dope ass mixing.
Let's try it a different way. None of y'all artists tell me what I get to say about your project. Let's try it a different way.
Why not?
Because I can say what the fuck I want to say about an album.
Of course you can.
Yeah, let's
and
try
they can feel how they want
to. Yo, that is a fact. That's a fact. That's how. Listen, that's a fact. I don't care how y'all try to spin it. He ain't telling no lies right here. He ain't telling no lies. I should be able to say what the. Listen, I got a whole thing I'm gonna spill on this because I think this is very important. But I am gonna call Joe out on some shit though. I ain't gonna lie.
Say about you saying
I never said nothing about that part.
But there's nothing wrong with that. You got every right to say what you want to say about that.
If you need to throw it in, go to your fan page.
Yeah,
but isn't it?
I'm gonna say what I feel like saying about y'all album.
It sounds like y'all getting sensitive to her critique of y'all.
Your Parks.
That's what that sounds.
Wait a minute, bro. So you start the argument by saying all these things, and then you say that they're sensitive. You're the one that's sensitive in this whole conversation. They're saying their stance. They already stood their stance already. They said they're going to shout out the rappers and the writers. They're going to shout out everything. They're going to highlight that. Your whole argument is, well, you don't have to do it that way, or you don't have to do it as much. And it's like, no, you're the one with the sensitive gene in this whole argument here. You could have, and I hate to say what you could have did, but you could have fell back on this. Said, nah, that's your opinion. You know what I'm saying? But I know why he's doing that. I know why, and I'm gonna explain why.
That's reverse.
That's what it sounds like. What you tripping for?
Freeze,
Stop
hold
it, freeze.
Pause. Isn't it confusing?
Please.
Isn't it confusing if you critique something that may come off as a slight, but then still say, "Yo, I love you," though? It's confusing to a person that has an up and down relationship with you, or feel that they have an up and down relationship.
Here we go.
If you're gonna tippy toe around, that's how I feel.
No, but
Yeah. I hate when people do this when it comes to female artists or artists. A lot of people say that they want these artists to be judged the same way that everybody's being judged. But then you got people like Queen's Flip, and you got people like Ice who says the things like this as if we supposed to walk around or tiptoe around what we saying about female artists. If you are a rapper, let me explain something to you. If you're a rapper and you want to be looked at as the same as a male MC, then you get critiqued the same way. That's all I'm saying. So when he says things like, "Whoa, don't you think that people feel slighted if they act like," and then you say he never did that when it come to this. He never did that. Maybe with some other people, but he never did that. But at the same time, even if he did, even let's say he did, they're not, he's a podcaster. He's supposed to be able to say whatever he wants about people's album, whether he like it or love it. He's supposed to say it, or whether he hate it or don't. He's supposed to be able to say that. But when you got people like them who are trying to manipulate the argument and cater to certain people because they're female, I'm not agreeing with that. Not at all. Oh, because y'all have an issue, don't you think that they will feel kind of slighted? Well, don't listen to my review. And if I'm telling you, if we have an issue and I'm saying to you, me and you, if an artist has another issue with the podcaster, right? But then you take into consideration that I said your album was good, then that's an issue to me too, because how can you say, well, I don't know where that came from. That's crazy. How can you say, well, I don't take anything this person says into consideration, but if they say my album was good, then I'm gonna big that up. Say, yeah, well, he did say my album is good. Well, wait a minute, y'all don't get along anyway, so why does it matter? You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
About relationships all the time. With
no, but
shit.
what I'm saying is that how can a person not take it as you being funny? I agree with you. How can a person that already feels up and down about you
feel like you play with me a certain way?
Yeah, not take that as being funny. Yes, you can do whatever you want, but
they can take it that way.
Yo, let's stop this. Who wrote this?
Let me ask you a question.
Now, I'm sorry, but Ice is completely correct. And you know what? Joe knows exactly what he's doing. He's doing all...
I don't think Ice is correct. Let me stop that right there. I don't think he's correct at all. But I understand why Joe is doing what he's doing, but I don't think Ice is correct. No. I think that if you want to talk about just the writers, you should be able to talk about whatever you want. You a podcaster. They should be able to talk about whatever they want. Once it starts to me, that's a minor form of censorship. Once you start censoring how you really feel about certain things, that's a minor form of censorship to me. You should be able to say whatever you want when it comes to albums. Now, if you understand there is some consequences behind what they're saying, whatever you want. But again, we're talking music, not nothing else. We're talking music. So
this to agitate Cardi B. If the roles were reversed and this was... I'm sorry, but Ice is completely correct. And you know what? Joe knows exactly what he's doing. He's doing all this to agitate Cardi B. If the roles were reversed and this was Nicki Minaj and Nicki actually responded to Joe and also showed proof that she actually wrote her records, I don't think we see Joe come back on the next podcast episode to double down. Last week when Cardi B was doing her promo run for her album, guess which...
I mean, y'all crazy with this, bro. A lot of y'all always talking about y'all are against censorship, but then when it comes to certain people, y'all want people to shut up about whatever it is, whether he's doing this to agitate her or not. Y'all want people to shut up. So ultimately, you're saying we shouldn't be able to talk about, or we shouldn't have talked about this, or they should. That's basically what you're saying when you say, well, he doubling down. Like, he should be able to say whatever you want. It's his podcast. You do the same thing on your show. You don't allow people to tell you what you can and can't report on and talk about. Like, come on, bro. Y'all crazy with this one.
Platform Cardi B refused to go to. That's right, the Joe Budden podcast. Cardi and Joe are not on good terms right now. The last couple of months, Cardi B has been telling Joe, hey, stop speaking about me. It's clear you do not fuck with me anymore, so please stop talking about me on your podcast, especially when you keep talking about my personal life. Cardi B sat with the Breakfast Club and Charlamagne actually asked him, hey, why are you beefing with podcasters, aka Joe? And here's what Cardi said.
Spazzing online a lot lately. What made you slow that down? You ain't spazzed in a minute.
I kind of did like 2 weeks ago because I feel like I'm getting picked on again.
More than 2 weeks ago. I don't know.
God, bro. I'm out of here. My lips shiny as hell. I don't know why. I'm out of here, bro. What do you mean? You feel like you're getting picked on? Oh my God. This is why Freeze is saying the things he's saying. Because of comments like that. You are an entertainer. You literally are dissing people on your album. And you're talking about you feel like you're getting picked on. You're literally dissing people. Literally dissing people on your album. But you're saying you feel like you're getting picked on? Yeah, this is crazy work. This is crazy work. I don't understand this. But this is the reason why people like Queen Slip and people like Ice defend her, because she says they make it seem like when it comes to entertainment and hip hop, rap, women are equal, but you have to walk on eggshells to how you review and talk about their material, because they might get their feelings hurt, or they might crash out. Something might happen. You have to make sure you walk on eggshells. Don't talk about that. Why you got to highlight that so much? Like, nah. You want to be equal to these niggas out here? You want to be on the same level as a Drake and a Kendrick and all that? Yeah, they get critiqued all the time and they don't be crying about it. And guess who does this? Joe Buttons. You know what Joe Buttons don't do, which he's a hypocrite about, and I got to call him out on this? He don't do this to Drake, though. You know what I'm saying? He don't say, well, I wonder what rapper will highlight that. He don't do that. But that's his right. Guess what? Because he don't have to. Because he is a podcaster and he could do whatever you want when it comes to this stuff. He does get at Drake in a different way. He does. but he don't highlight the writers. That's what I'm saying. But at the same time, he don't have to. He don't. But picked on? Come on, Cardi. Come on now. All the nefarious things you have said and done, the things that you said you have done to people, and you're talking about being picked on? Come on, man. Come on.
It was kind of mild.
Okay.
Probably like 2 weeks, probably like a week. But I don't know. I just been so busy.
Who you feel like was picking on you?
You were talking about you was going at like the podcasters and the blogs and people reviewing and talking about you musically, right? Was that it?
It's not even talking about me. It's talking about everything. Like everything.
But you are a public figure. You put your business out there. Yo, this is crazy work, bro. I feel like just ending this whole show, bro. I feel like just ending this show. I hate this, bro. I hate when people do this. You literally are pregnant by another man and you're still married. Well, I don't know if they're still married or not, but and I don't know if she's actually pregnant. I think she's pregnant. You know what I mean? It looked like she was pregnant on Jada and Joe show. If that was, I don't know if they said that was recently. I don't know. I'm just saying. Still and all. You do all of these different things and you expect. The thing is, and I'm just going to keep it real with y'all. Ladies, cover your ears. Y'all might not want to hear this. A lot of y'all don't want to be critiqued when it comes to certain things. Y'all want to be looked at differently, but y'all want to be looked at equal too. And you can't have it both ways. It's either you going to be looked at as equal and get critiqued like men do, or you're going to be looked at as different and not get critiqued, and people going to still critique you for not being critiqued. It's the same thing. But people like her, she has the balls to actually get up here and say she's getting picked on when she literally are dissing people in her music. Like, come on, man. Cardi B don't have no thick skin for this. She doesn't. She's a celebrity who shouldn't be a celebrity. She should be successful and be quiet and never say anything. But what I mean by I don't mean to say she shouldn't be successful. I'm saying she shouldn't be in the public eye. Let's just say that. Because she ain't built for this. She's not built for the public eye. She really ain't. Her, Nicki, all of them, they're not built for it. You know what I'm saying? Some of them say wild things. I would even say Doechii is more built for the public eye than they are. Because she gets slandered even worse than her. And we can't really talk about Doechii's music. It's about her personality. People be going after her for her. So I think when it comes to it, she want people to just be accepting of everything, and it's crazy to me.
Like, you know, like you guys talk about you guys talk about people, but it's like, imagine if you like come every single day and talk about one person every single day, every single time, and then it's like, all right, you don't do it for this person, so why you do it to me? But and it's constant and it's constant and it's
Well, if you leave yourself open like that, of course everybody gonna talk about you every day, and that's number one. Number two, it is what it is. This is what you got to deal with. If the last episode we talked about Cardi B, and people were asking us to critique her even further, or if I just feel like critiquing her even further, I should have the right to do that. So what? You are an entertainer. It is what it is. You know why people don't talk about Maxwell? He's an entertainer, but his business is not out there. He's still successful. You know why people don't talk about The Weeknd? Because his business is not out there. He's still successful. I could go down the list. But you put yourself in the spotlight and then get mad when people actually criticize you. You put yourself there. You can't put yourself at the bullseye and then mad when people start taking shots. Like, come on now. Cut it out.
every week. Like, it's like, like, what's up? Now you got my attention for real.
Is that why you did this rollout? This because a lot from that the conversation has been Cardi did the upper brow outlets. Like, you sat with Gayle King, you sat with Kelly Rowland, you're here with the Breakfast Club, but you didn't do a lot of like
upper brow.
I mean, but we're the intersection between the righteous and the ratchet. But
no, but these.
That's one of the stupidest things I ever heard. We're the intersection between the righteous and the ratchet. It's nuts. Yo, you can't make this up, bro. We're the intersection between the righteous and the ratchet. All right, man. Oh man.
Like, these are my people. I know these people.
People feel like you didn't because of that rant. That like we seen people have been going to a lot of like podcasts and they're sitting. Which I know you're gonna do a stream, right?
I did podcast though. They just haven't come out yet.
Oh, okay.
I did do some podcasts, but I'm gonna do podcasts with people that like me. Like, why do I gotta sit with podcasters that I don't like? I agree. For what? Like, if you don't like me, like, why am I gonna go to your shit? Mm-hmm. Like, so I could like what prove what to you? Like, you don't like me, and it is what it is. I'm not gonna go to podcasters that I don't like. Why am I gonna go sit down with you? You don't fucking like me. You talk mad shit about me. You contribute like to my pressure. Mm-hmm. So why am I gonna sit down with your ass? I'm gonna sit down with people not like, because people are like, you just sit down with people that kiss your ass. No, I like positive people. I like people that make me feel good. I like people that I be like, you know what? I like them. Mm-hmm. I can hang out with them. If I don't like you, why am I sitting down with you? To prove what point?
So now that we know that.
So I'm gonna stop it there. And I got something to say about what she said. I really do. All right, so look, man. I want to say something about the last thing she said. She said, why do I have to sit down with people that I know don't like me? Let's be clear here. I don't think Joe Budden's ever, I could be wrong, but I don't think Joe Budden's ever said he did not like Cardi B. Ever. I don't think Joe Budden's ever came off like he didn't like Cardi B. I think that Cardi B is very sensitive when people were talking about her. Now, the problem is they didn't check her or correct her on that. Because they could have easily said, well, so you're saying these people don't like you or they just disagree with you? Or you're saying this because if you're saying that Joe and them don't like you, but yet and still they do a whole review of your album talking about how good it is to them, how is it that they don't like you? On top of that, because they critiqued the ghostwriters, that don't really mean anything because you admitted that you have ghostwriters. And on top of that, why are you highlighting that? It ain't like you didn't never said it. So when she says stuff like that, and then she says, I don't like you. No, it's really you don't like them. It's not that people don't like you. It's whenever someone critiques you, it's the same thing with Nicki Minaj. Whenever somebody critiques her, she act as if they're act like they don't like her. So then she says, I don't like you or fuck you or this. That's on y'all. That is one of the major issues that I have with female artists. That's one of the major issues. One of the major issues I have is they always feel like because people critique them, they don't like them. No, it's not that. It's not that. And some male artists do this too. Drake is one of them. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely I don't believe that Joe Buttons don't like Cardi B. I think that Cardi B gets in her feelings and she crashes out. I think Joe is like, look, if I want to talk about whatever, I could talk about whatever. He has the right. She also has the right not to go on the show. But in my opinion, she cannot be going around saying that people don't like her all because they just say they don't like something she did. Or you put yourself out there. That's like people putting a picture out on Facebook, right? Or Instagram, right? And then they don't get enough likes. So they say, what, you ain't fucking with this picture? Then you say, well, I don't really like it. Oh, get off my page if you're going to criticize me. But you put the picture out. Or you might put a picture out and say, what y'all think about my hairstyle? And if I say, it's all right. Oh, who asked you? What you mean? That's how I feel about Cardi B. I feel like that's what she does when it comes to her music. And she has every right to do that. But at the same time, I'm not going to sit here and go along with that. Oh, yeah, well, nobody likes me. No, it's not that nobody don't like you. It's not that. It's just that you put yourself out there and now people are saying these things. You can't be mad about it. You are a fucking entertainer. That's it. If they don't like your work, they don't like your work. If they love your work, they love your work. But don't sit here and say everybody why would I sit down with people that don't like me? No, you don't want to sit down with them because you're afraid that they're going to ask you the tough questions and crash out. And you're going to crash out on them. That's what it is. So, but thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all on the next one. I'm out of here. Peace. Bye.